Hi folks, welcome to CLJ 492. It's a special topics course on Indigenous peoples and the criminal justice system. So my name is Alex, I'm your instructor. There is my email listed there. My office hours are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and by appointment in 4030 CBSB. The course time itself is Tuesdays from 2 to 4:50 p.m. Note that we meet once a week, so if you come in on a Thursday, I'm not going to be there. Please only come in on Tuesdays. Location is in Lincoln Hall 215. So I want to give you guys some course descriptions, some goals, and some objectives, and things I expect from you in this course. So this course looks at, or it takes a historical and contemporary tour of the United States criminal justice system from an Indigenous perspective. This is a discussion-based senior level special topics course, so I expect a high level of engagement and interaction between all of us. By the end of this course, you should be able to analyze and evaluate the relationship between Indigenous peoples and the United States criminal justice system. So we will primarily be looking at Indigenous people to the United States, and we will definitely be looking at the United States criminal justice system. Unfortunately, the parameters of this course don't really allow us to look beyond that because we only have 15 weeks, so we'll be focusing on the United States. You should be able to collaborate with peers to synthesize material for the creation of a team project. So you'll be making a group project, and you'll be utilizing materials from the course and from discussion. You should be able to lead a discussion on complex issues with groups of people from diverse backgrounds. So UIC is a diverse university, which is awesome, and people have various views, various backgrounds, and various kind of knowledge levels of issues. And so you should be able to lead a discussion. I'll talk about how you're going to do that on the issues that we'll be talking about in course, and some of them are particularly complex. So some of the course requirements and how I'll grade them. Before I do that, I should note that there is no textbook for this course. Anything that I post for readings or for other resources will be posted on the Blackboard site. I do use it pretty extensively, so I ask that you check it, maybe once a week or so just to see kind of what's up there. So one course component will be our course modules. So there are 5 modules in the course, each lasting anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks long. Each module has 7 points worth of requirements. So there are readings on there, and the readings will be separated by week. So I'll ask you to complete each week's readings before the class starts. So some of the modules are like 3 weeks long, so you'll have 3 weeks worth of readings, and I'll ask you to read them for each week. In addition, there are journal entries that I'll ask you to complete, and those are worth 2 points, and those will be on kind of whatever we talk about in that module. So those I will ask you to complete by the end of the module. Make sure you complete them thoroughly though, because this isn't like an easy 2 points. I want you to work for it. And then finally, there is a 5-point like quiz or test or some other sort of kind of assignment or examination or evaluation for you to do it. And that should be finished as well by the end of each module, just so that we kind of have an understanding of what's going on. There are also videos I would like you to look at, and those will be before each module starts. So how it'll go down is before each module starts, I want you to watch the videos on the YouTube playlist before they start, and I have links to each module, each playlist within each module. So that's before the module starts. Before each week starts, I want you to read the required readings for each week, and some of them have 3 weeks worth, some have 2. The first one just has the 1 week. By the end of the module, I want you to complete the journal entry and whatever sort of evaluative thing I have you do, whether that's a quiz or something else. So there are 5 modules, 7 points each. That's 35 points. If you're confused, we can talk about it more in class. It does make sense once you do it. Another component is discussion leading. So most weeks of the course we will be doing discussion. There are a couple of weeks where we won't be. But this is where I'll have you guys break into groups of around 3 or 4 and sign up for a week, and you will discuss the readings for that week. And so how it'll usually work is I will, kind of introduce the topic, set the stage, etc., and I'll turn it over to you guys, and you will lead your classmates in sort of analyzing the readings, asking questions, things of that nature. So this does require you to kind of put some work in up front. We can talk about this more once we kind of go over each of these things in class. Another component is the midterm, so that is worth 20 points. It's an essay-based midterm. It's due in mid-October, and we'll talk about it more as the semester gets going. Another component is your final project, and this is a group-based final project. It's worth 25% of your grade. Like the midterm and discussion leading in modules, we can talk about it more once we get to class. And attendance is worth 10 points. So in total, we have 100 points, 100%. It's easy to break down. I grade on a standard scale, so 90 to 100 is an A, and etc., etc., etc. I do not give out extra credit, so the 100 points was 100 points. So some of the key policies I want to go over. I'm not going to go over all of them because most of them are your fairly standard UIC policies, and you can feel free to read those in the print syllabus. But there's just a couple I really wanted to take a look at. So one is email. I'm available for email between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. on weekdays. So if you email me in that time, there's a good chance I'll get back to you pretty quickly. If you email me kind of towards the later end of that, like if you're emailing me at 4:59 p.m., I might not catch it before I, close my email down, but I will get to it the next day at 9 a.m. or 9:30 or whenever. If you email me on a Saturday or on a holiday, so weekends and holidays, I will respond to you when I can. It may or may not be right away, but it'll be by the next sort of quote-unquote business day. I do ask that you check the syllabus or consult a classmate before you come to me, because you'll find that they might be able to answer your questions quickly and perhaps better than I could. Attendance, I do want you to show up. I do take attendance at 10 points randomly throughout the semester. We only have 15 weeks, so that's almost every week, so please show up. This is a 400 level base course, so I do expect, that you not only show up physically, but show up mentally as well. Participate in the course, do things like that. If you're leading a discussion, you really are going to have to show up for this. Missed and late work, please complete each week's readings and quizzes and journal entries by their scheduled deadlines. If you do not, I will give a one grade level deduction for each day that it's missed, including weekends and holidays. So if you don't turn it in within 3 days, I will not accept it. So please turn that in. If you find you have extenuating circumstances or if something happens, let me know as soon as you can, so maybe we can kind of work around it. I'm happy to work with you, but if you come to me, after the deadline's due and you said this was going on, I might not be as sympathetic as if you'd come to me in week 3. So be proactive with that. In addition, be prepared to discuss things in class. So if you're continuously not discussing and you're not doing these things, I might send you an email or ask you to come to my office and we can kind of talk about what's going on. So please do the work. There's not a lot of it. Finally, some courtesy policies. I ask that you show up to class on time and stay the whole time. It's respectful. If you find you're going to be late or if you find you need to leave early, let me know by email as soon as you possibly can. And just make sure to kind of either slip in and sit near the side, or if you have to leave early, then sit kind of maybe near the door so that way you're not being disruptive to your classmates. You don't need, if you're going to miss class or something like that, I guess I should have mentioned this under attendance. If you're going to miss class and, you're going to miss class, send me an email, let me know. I don't need doctor's note, I don't need anything like that, but I do just want some sort of advance notice. Regarding electronic things, this is under courtesy. Please kind of turn off any cell phones or other sort of portable noisy devices before class starts. I know the temptation is there, but I promise you can make it through the class without texting your friend or your mom or playing Candy Crush or whatever. If you're going to use a laptop, that's okay. If you're going to use a tablet or whatever, that's okay. You're welcome to do that, but like the phones, try not to be distracted by the internet or by games or by anything else like that. If you are going to, if you find you're going to be distracted, then perhaps don't show up or leave the classroom, or at the very least don't be disruptive to other students because it is disrespectful. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. Feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help you if I can. Otherwise, I will see you all in class. Have a great day.